on so many different levels. Because we've got, we always say we've got physical dis-ease, but we've also got emotional dis-ease. And then as Jared showed us so eloquently, there's also financial dis-ease. And we've got answers to all of that and so much more because of our co-impact sourcing initiative. So we're going to do some education, and I don't want to scare you, but I want to show you one layer of answers that we have to educate people with and help people make better choices in their lives. This is our wellness pyramid, and this is what we want to talk to people about, right? Because the bottom of this pyramid is all about lifestyle, and we have, sorry, I'm making noise on the microphone. We have lots of different answers and different products that we can use to help people make better choices in their lives so that they can enjoy better health. And I'd like to point something out. This is, we posted on the tri-state area dõTERRA team page. We have people from Philadelphia, from Connecticut, from South Carolina, from all over. There's 200 people in this room. Do you think we might have a good business opportunity here to share and build an amazing business? Justin Harrison was here back in the spring, and he said, you are right now where we were, he's in Utah, where we were 8 years ago, right? With the possibility to create with the same thing that they created in Utah and out west. So this is, give yourselves a nice big round of applause for choosing to be here with this amazing opportunity. So we're going to talk about reducing your toxic load. And I don't want to scare you, but I do want you to really think about how important the work is that we're doing and how very much we can change people's lives. So first off, with reducing the toxic load, we have to understand where the toxins are coming from. So toxins come from the environment, right? Car exhaust, pesticides, herbicides, things like that. Our food supply, we have to be careful. We have to eat organic. Make sure not to eat processed foods. So, looking at that, you might think, oh my goodness, I just need to stay inside my house because there's air pollution and all kinds of crazy things going on. Well, the EPA in 1985 concluded that the toxic chemicals in household cleaners are 3 times more likely to cause cancer than outdoor air pollution. Right? A report by Consumer Product Safety Commission found 150 common chemicals that are linked to allergies, birth defects, cancer, and psychological abnormalities. And with the windows shut up, right, in the wintertime, you want to conserve the heat. In the summertime, you want to make sure our air conditioning is working really well. That stuff just builds up inside of the home to higher and higher levels. So here's some more information on cleaning products that I found frightening when I was putting together this PowerPoint. In one study conducted over a 15-year period, women who clean their own homes had a 54% higher death rate from cancer than women who did not. You think it's important to teach people about natural health and natural products and how to use them? Right, what we're doing is so important. We're literally saving lives by sharing this information. So the study concluded that the increased death rate was due to daily exposure of hazardous chemicals. In addition to their inherent toxicity, it also builds up in the environment and creates water pollution and air pollution as well. So one of the chemicals, there's thousands of them, literally, but I chose 3 to focus on because they're ones that we have really great answers for right now. So triclosan is, who's heard of triclosan? Right? Lots of information has been coming out about triclosan in recent years and how it's found in antibacterial hand soaps and cleaners and hand sanitizers, toothpaste, and deodorants. And these are some of the health concerns involved with triclosan. Hormone disruption, weakened immune function, and it's also linked to the growth of drug-resistant bacteria. So we're creating superbugs, and the superbug problem is massive. If you've been paying attention to some of the news articles, there are people landing in hospitals with superbugs all the time. There's 2 million illnesses per year and over 40,000 deaths, and that's a very, very conservative number. I actually found another resource that said 700,000 deaths per year. Right? I went with the low one, which is still far too many. So if we don't do anything about it, it's going to cause more deaths than cancer by the year 2050, which, anyone notice how much more cancer is showing up lately? Right? Do you think it might be linked to these chemicals that we can help people get rid of in their lives? Another article I saw said that it's become such a problem that in the next 10 to 20 years we could die from a simple scrape because of the superbugs that are being created, right? Due to triclosan, due to overuse of antibiotics. And so, with all this news about triclosan, a lot of companies have stopped using it. They've taken it out of their products. Europe has banned triclosan, and Europe has really fantastic laws that protect the people that live in the European Union. Let's see, they acknowledge that chemicals linked to cancer and birth defects simply do not belong in cosmetics. And here you can see, regardless of the concentration of the chemical being used. So in the US, a lot of these chemicals have been allowed to stay because they say at the concentration that they are in the cosmetics, that they're not dangerous to people. But it has never been studied, the cumulative effect of using these products every single day. Right? And Europe is saying no amount is okay if there's a possibility that it might cause cancer. So they banned 1,328 chemicals from cosmetics that are known to cause cancer, genetic mutation, reproductive harm, and birth defects. And the US has banned or restricted 11. Okay, so who's going to tell everybody to stop using this stuff? Trump? Maybe. Alright. Okay, so a lot of companies have taken triclosan out of their products. It's being reviewed to see if it's safe for things like cutting boards and toys. Minnesota actually voted to ban it in many of their products, but guess what? Millions of Americans are putting it in their mouth every day using one of the top selling toothpastes in the country, Colgate Total. So how does this happen? How can something so dangerous that's been linked to cancer? What's that, lawyers?
Money. Pharmaceuticals.
Maybe it's just a lack of knowledge. Maybe people just don't know. Do you think that if someone knew that there was triclosan in their toothpaste and if they use it, it's possibly linked to cancer and causes superbugs, that they might choose a different toothpaste? If they knew that there was a delicious natural whitening toothpaste with essential oils in it, might they choose that one instead? Right? So we really, what we're doing is so important. You guys, I can't tell you in 4 years of doing this, the number of lives that I've seen completely turned around. Right? By the oils, by the products, and of course, by the business as well. Okay? So, some other products that still contain triclosan: soaps, dental care, cosmetics, and deodorant. It's not a small thing, it's a massive thing. Okay, here's some other things that happen with these chemicals, not necessarily triclosan, but another one that we're going to talk about. It's the endangered a child's brain development. So in this study, this was done at the University of Illinois, they showed that phthalates are linked to attention deficit, lower IQ, and conduct disorders in children. And they said in that study, phthalates are everywhere. They're in all kinds of different products, and we're exposed to them every day. And the head of this research project said, we just don't know what all these chemicals are doing to people because they have not been studied. Yet they're allowed to be in the products, right? So phthalates, let's talk about this specifically. It's a plasticizer that helps with plastics to be more flexible. It's also found when you see something that says fragrance, phthalates are in that. Artificial fragrances, room sprays, body lotions, soaps, shower gels, Glade plugins, incense, perfume. Those all have phthalates in them. Let's see what this is linked to. Well, it's an endocrine disruptor, which means it destroys your hormone balance, and it's a probable, actually, human carcinogen. Right? So we have a really simple way to solve this for people, because what can we give them instead of fragrance? Oils, right? Perfume with a purpose, like Carrie so beautifully said, it's perfume with a purpose. So parabens, of course, a lot of people know about parabens, but unfortunately it's still in a lot of products, and people still use the products that they're in. So we really want to educate people, not just how to use the oils, but also why to use the oils, right? And why to use natural products. And so parabens have been linked to, again, hormone destruction, and also linked to cancer. Okay, so these are serious things, but we have answers to it. So when you see someone doing this, because this is how I put on my perfume all the time, right? You see someone doing this, spraying phthalates and chemicals and cancer-causing agents and hormone disruptors all over their thyroid, right? And we see so many women having thyroid issues today. What do you tell them? Stop! Stop, right? Tell everyone, I have an oil for that. I have an oil that can help you with this. You don't have to poison yourself. By the way, who uses Whisper here? Why do you use it? Someone yell it out.
Smells so good.
Smells amazing. Why else? Ooh, is Tanya Maximoff here? Tanya, why do you use Whisper, Tanya? Makes you feel sexy. So we were, when we first started doing dõTERRA 4 years ago, Tanya came, she's a good friend of mine, a fellow chiropractor in New Jersey, and we asked our mentor, Tanya said, what can I use to attract men? And she said, Whisper. And Tanya was like, ah. Put it all over. And she went out that night, and she came back the next day, and she was like, it worked. That's a big favorite. Okay, so we're all teachers, right? When you have information, you become a teacher. Nothing that we learn or experience is ever just for us. It's all meant to be shared, and that's how we heal each other and we heal the world. And by doing that, we heal ourselves as well. Thomas Edison said the doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will instruct his patients in the care of the human frame and diet and in the cause and prevention of disease. And the Latin root of doctor, by the way, means what? Anyone know? Oil? Doctor comes from the Latin root meaning one who teaches. So we're all teachers in here, right? We're all doctors. We're all doctors of our families and our communities. And our goal is a healer in every home. So here are some alternatives to poisoning ourselves, right? Poisoning our environment and our communities. We've got the On Guard household cleaner, and these are all the different ways that it can be used. I'm gonna go fast because I'm getting a time clock here. Okay, you can also make your own, and you can clean your whole house for $1. Right? It's good for you, it's good for the planet, it smells great. If your 5-year-old likes to clean, they can help you. Okay, we've got laundry detergent, which is fantastic. We've got dryer balls. Well, we don't have dryer balls, but you can buy dryer balls. Okay. You can buy dryer balls, and you can put an essential oil of your choice on it, and then you get to choose the scent of your laundry. And by the way, dryer sheets are some of the most toxic things that you can have in your life. Okay, so if you're using dryer sheets, even if they're unscented, get rid of them. Use dryer balls. Much better for you. Okay, what's that?
Cuts the dry time as well.
Cuts the dry time. They cut the dry time. Yes, thank you. I don't know that. I don't do laundry. How was that? No, yeah, well, sometimes. Okay, so So we've got toothpaste, and it's a fantastic toothpaste if you have not tried it. The whole On Guard line of products are some of our best-selling products. Okay, so if you haven't tried them, you want to try them, just order them one by one and start using them, and you'll see that you love them. These three actually are some of our best-selling products. This is the hand soap. We've got the throat drops as well. If you have not tried the soap, try the soap. It's delicious. They make great gifts also, and they're natural and they smell fantastic. For your body lotion, rather than using these scented body lotions, by the way, even if it says natural and organic on a lot of these lotions, they're not. Right? I don't know if you noticed, but one of the products that still has triclosan in it came from Jason's Naturals. Right? So we really want to go with what we know and what we trust. So what I do is in the winter I use sesame oil, in the summer I use coconut oil, and then I choose the fragrance of my choice, and that's my scented body lotion. Okay? And it's amazing. Virage Skincare, who's using the Virage Skincare here? Is it the best thing ever?
Wait, no.
If you're not using it, talk to someone who raised their hand. It's phenomenal. And it's really affordable, like Delmar said. It's because you have a wholesale membership, a wholesale account with dõTERRA, you get it for half price. And it's 4 products that come in the kit. You have a cleanser, a toner, an anti-aging serum, which has the Immortelle oil in it, and you also have a beautiful moisturizer that has jasmine oil in it. Right? We all know you can't purchase jasmine from dõTERRA, but it does come in some of our blends. We've got the hair care as well, which is fantastic. And then rather than a Glade plug-in or a room freshener or Febreze, which is the absolute worst, we've got diffusers. Right? And so you can use the diffusers. You can also, I know a lot of teachers will put like On Guard on a cotton ball and put that on the radiator during the winter, right? So that they can have the immune boosting effects of it in the room. Okay, so there's lots of different ways that we can use it to freshen the room. The way you help to heal the world is to start with your own family. Okay, so one of the things that I'm going to challenge you to do, and I actually learned this from Haley, it's so brilliant, and I love it, and I teach it at every training, it's a 25 product challenge, 25 products per day. Okay, that's your challenge. Who uses 25 products per day here? Wow, look at that. Awesome. How many use 30? 30.
Wait, what?
35. 35.
No, I don't know.
35. 35. Give yourselves a nice big round of applause. 35 products per day. A round of applause. That's good. That's big. Okay. So if you use 25 products per day, a few things happen from that. You really get to have an appreciation for the products, right? Because you're using them, and you can really share with integrity and with authenticity. And you can share with people when we're talking about building an LRP order, a loyalty rewards order. Some people will say, well, I don't need that many oils, right? What am I going to order every month? These are things that people have budgeted into, in their lives already anyway. So what we're offering them is something that's going to be much healthier for them, for the planet, for their families, for their pets also, and they get to save money doing it, and possibly they get to even get their products paid for, right, if they'd like to share it with their friends and family as well. It's a win-win, okay? So when we're talking about healing the planet, so I started this by saying it's healing ourselves and healing the planet. So what are all the different ways that we're healing the planet? Number one, we're reducing toxic chemicals in the environment by doing this, right? Which is so important, right? The planet Earth takes good care of us. We want to make sure that we take care of her so that we can stay here for a while. Here's the other way. How many of you are happier since you've been using essential oils? How many of you are nicer? How many of you fight with your family and your spouse and your children less? Right? So using essential oils, it really, not only does it help us to be healthier, it helps us to be happier. right? Because healthy people are happier people. If you're walking around and you've got a headache all day and you've had headaches for the last 20 years, how nice are you going to be? Right? How much are you going to care about helping the person next to you if you got a headache? Right? But if you get rid of that headache, you're going to be happy, you're going to share. So healthy people are happier people, and happy, healthy people don't hurt each other. Right? And we really need more healthy, happy people here who are loving each other. That's our goal. What a difference we can make in New York, right? We've got 200 people in here. Can you imagine how different New York and the tri-state area is going to be when we've got 2,000 people in here? All right, good people who are financially free will change the world. Right? As you become financially free and you get to double diamond, I was going to say. As we get to double diamond and presidential diamond and blue diamond, and your needs are covered, and you're so grateful for this experience of building an income in a way that you're passionate about, right? That's really in integrity and in alignment with what you want to create in the world. Guess what? You fund orphanages. Right? You help to build clinics in different countries. You help to, where's Juji? Juji, stand up. So, give her a big hand of applause because I don't know why. So Juji is the head of the local organization of Days for Girls. Right? Days for Girls is part of one of the projects that the Healing Hands Foundation funds, and you put together reusable feminine hygiene kits. We bring them to developing countries and teach young girls about their bodies and how to use them, and it is absolutely changing lives. And in the areas where that has been implemented, young girls in these developing countries actually drop out of school when they start to have their menstrual cycles because it's too embarrassing for them to go to school. And so, or they're put into these menstruation rooms where they sit until their menstrual cycle is over, and often are not given food or drink while they're there. And you would think a menstruation room would be like awesome, right? Like there'd be someone rubbing your feet. Right? So the Days for Girls is doing wonderful, wonderful work. The dropout rates have actually gone from 25% in those areas where the program has been implemented down to, I think it's 2%. So Gigi's doing wonderful work, and if you'd like to connect with her about that, you can connect with her. And Gigi will come up here at the end to talk to people, anyone who wants to talk about Days for Girls. She'll be up here. Thank you. Okay. Also, we've got the Healing Hands projects, right, that are going on